This is Louis Hart for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight Store. Not only joined by the Southern Area champ, not only the English champ, not only the British champ, not only the Commonwealth, but now the European. Mr. Dan Azeez, how are you, mate?
I'm good, man. How's you? I'm really, really happy. You know, my guy Josh just come on board, so you're not going to be seeing more of him. I was just fresh off the Eurostar, winning the EBU. I'm happy. I'm all smiles, man.
So we were just talking earlier about how much media you've done. You know, you've done a lot today. You know, I always appreciate the time as always. But this must be amazing for you now, holding that European belt. I just introduced you there. You know, you've won every belt that there is to win, apart from the world title. But it must have been special on Saturday night to complete that, and you know, a really feel-good story that you're a part of.
Yeah, 100%, man. You know, going overseas to fight a Frenchman in his backyard. You know, for the EBU. And in the 12th round stoppage, yeah, it's just you can't write a movie on it, could ya? Do you know what I mean?
I was going to say that though. It's like kind of like a movie-like story. You know, you get these boxing films when you get in with a hostile crowd. You know, traveling over to France, not really known for its boxing.
Yeah.
What was that like as an experience? And it must have been special, that sort of movie-type scene.
Yeah, no, it was wicked, man. The crowd were great. They actually were getting into it. The logistics of everything was nice. Yeah, I enjoyed it, man. And afterwards, like the French, they really showed me a lot of respect and were like pleased with how I performed. They were like, yeah, no, your fight's the best, good, like, do you know what I mean? So yeah, it was good.
It must feel good though. Like I always say, you banked the 12 rounds, and you got a stoppage at the end of it.
I was still because I was asking everyone, like, am I up? Do you think I'm up like that? But because I'm away, I just don't trust it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, like I just didn't.
Give it to Yoka.
Do you know what I mean? Like I just didn't trust it. So I remember getting up off my stool. I was thinking, nah, I got to get this guy out somehow. Like, and it was good because I got the correct instructions, like, which allowed me to get that shot off and get him out of there. So yeah, it was good.
Do you think it must be the perfect thing for a boxer to get them all the rounds in and then get the stoppage at the end? You know, everyone wants to always get rounds in. Then with the stoppage as well, it makes it like extra sweet.
Nah, man, I don't want no rounds in. I'd rather it go early, man. Do you know what I mean? But you just have to prepare yourself for the rounds. Like, but if it could go in the first minute of the first round, I'll be happy. Do you know what I mean? But it does make it more emotional when you've gone through kind of a good 12 rounds, and then right at the end, it's the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you've won every belt that there is to win. How much inspiration do you feel like you can give to like guys who are boxing on small hall shows and on the regional circuit? From that they can be like you one day. You can win every belt. You can have that harder road, and it makes it. You know, how much inspiration do you feel like you can give?
Listen, I'm the ambassador for that. I go into gyms all the time, and small hall fighters come up to me and they're like, "Oh, Dan, yeah, you're an inspiration. Like, I really want to do it how you did it." And a lot of these guys, like I say to them, "Listen, trust me, you can." Like, I watch them, I'm like, "You're very, very good. All you got to do is just stay consistent." That's the only hard part about it. Staying disciplined, being consistent, and just staying focused for however long it's got to be before you get to where you're gonna get to. Like the journey's not easy. And whatever's worthwhile is never ever easy. Do you know what I mean? So, I'm just out there just to prove. I'm living proof that, listen, as long as you just keep doing what you're doing, you don't have to have some stellar amateur career. You don't have to be like, I don't know, like you don't have to be the most super talented. As long as you just stay dedicated, 100%, man, you can get to where you need to.
Absolutely, someone that you've always you've said that's an inspiration to you and you've always been likened to is Marvin Hagler, Yeah. It must be special. Like I can see like a lot of Marvin Hagler in you, when you perform. Is it someone that you study a lot and you kind of want to be like him?
More so the mentality. Obviously, people might liken our, the way we've come up, but his is on a grand scale. This guy had to have how many fights just to get a world title fight? Like, do you know what I mean? His first paycheck was bloody, I can't remember how much it was, but it was peanuts. Do you know what I mean? So he had to go over to England, real hostile. Forget about me going to France, where they're quite civil, and he had to go over to England, won the title, getting bottles held at him and everything. Like, do you know what I mean? So when they offer me to go France and yeah, you know, it might be a little bit hostile. Nah, I can't say no. Do you know what I mean? You just got to have that mentality, and that is someone that I look up to and like really has inspired me, because he had to go through hell and back to get to where he was.
100%. Like, you talk about his mentality, like he always talks about that war mentality, and I think that's such a good, like, I can take so much from that. Like, everyone, and especially like you as well, being a boxer, like, take so much from his mentality, taking that hard road. Like, there's so much likens to yours and his career.
Yeah, no, for sure, because at the end of the day, my journey's made me who I am, the type of boxer I am, and it just gives you that strong will, that strong mental mind, that, you know, you can just go and do anything regardless. Like, so yeah.
Absolutely. We're here today for the Joshua Buatsi announcement for boxer. Someone that you might have your eyes on, you know, I know he gave you a shout out there, which must have been good, but deep down in your mind, you should looking at, you know, me and him could make a great domestic duster.
Yeah, no, deep down in my mind, I'm on my journey, and he's on his journey. We're both 175 pound fighters, so it could happen. Do you know what I mean? Anyone in your division you can come across. It would make for a juicy fight, and definitely if we were going to fight, it'd have to be worthwhile. We've said it even in the gym from ages ago, so it's not nothing new to us. Like, it's just, yeah, he's come on board now, and you know, they're just aligning us together. But Josh is my guy, man, and I'm so happy he's on Sky Sports, you know, where people can see him more regularly. Hopefully he'll be fighting more regularly, and hopefully you'll get a world title shot, and then you can start telling me about fighting him, because yes, there's a world title on the line and it's worth it. So, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I can't even, you know, it's a big fight anyway. That could potentially be like a great domestic fight in London. But if that was with a world title as well, you know, you completing that whole piece. You just showed me the photo earlier. You know how amazing that was. I did love it, man. And you know, completing that piece. That's what you talk about, legacy, and that is the real legacy that you'll create.
100%. That's why I got into boxing. I didn't get into boxing. I didn't even get into boxing as a way of earning money. You know, I didn't get into boxing because I wanted to be famous or be well known, or I got into boxing because I wanted to achieve something. I wanted to have a legacy where when I'm gone and I'm no longer in the game, I'm not even on the earth anymore, there'll be kids maybe looking back at my record and looking back at my career like, oh, look at how he did it, like, you know, solid CV and this, that and the first. That's the kind of things that lives on, and that's what that drives me to do what I'm doing.
Absolutely. Just to sort of finish this off, what are we looking for in 2023? Now you've claimed that European belt, we're really looking forward to push on, which could be such a memorable year for you.
Yeah, hopefully. What are you looking for from Dan Azeez? Just please, I want to please.
See, I would say, if I'm looking at you now, I'd love the Buatsi fight.
Yeah, what say you wanted me? Say I was gonna fight.
I'm playing Ben Shalom right now. I'm playing Ben Shalom. I'm saying, I'm looking at I feel like domestically 175 is full of great fighters. You know, you've got people like, you know, from Callum Smith to Buatsi over there to Lyndon Arthur to you know, Craig Richards, people like that.
You're playing Ben Shalom.
I'm playing Ben Shalom, right? So in the summer, in the summer we're looking at.
Look, this is Dan. This is who you're fighting. Who you saying?
Okay, so I'm saying in the summer, we'll look at maybe Lyndon Arthur or Buatsi, one of the two. You know, that's what I'm saying. A big fight, and then, you know, you're gonna come through that.
Yeah.
Then December, we're coming for Buatsi Bivol, mate. That's what we're coming for.
Okay, so
sorry, not Buatsi. Sorry, Beterbiev and Bivol.
Okay. So Lyndon or Josh in the summer, and then a world title. Yeah, it's doable. It could happen. I'm game for all of them fights.
Or I can say, if Callum Smith beats Beterbiev, then you make a big fight anyway in the summer. What I'm trying to say is world title at the end of the year.
Yeah, no, for sure, definitely. That. It sounds good. I'm up for whatever, man. I'll be honest with you. I'm up for it. This is why it's so important, yeah, that I have a good team around me, because I'm the type, I'll just fight for anything. That sounds like a good fight, let me do it. Do you know what I mean? I just want to fight good people, man. And one thing as well in boxing, which we need to do, is when someone loses, he's done. Like, do you know what I mean? This is why people don't want to fight each other. Obviously, I'm not out there to lose, but I don't give a shit about my own. The people that I look up to, the best fighters that, you know, I couldn't even lace their boots, have got losses. Who the hell am I? I don't care. As long as I'm fighting the best, you know, then what more can I ask for?
100%. I know people give a lot of shit to the influencer boxers, but with their sport, with that sort of model and the way it works, if they lose, there's still big fights out there for them, and I think that's like we could have that with any. We can have that in pro boxing. Do you know what I mean? Even if like, you know, whoever won out of you and Buatsi or you can still go on for big fights, and
like you said, they're because they're beyond boxing, if you know what I mean, as in the sense as the boxing don't define them. A lot of us boxers, that's what defines us. You don't know anything else about us. You don't know what we do behind closed doors. Once boxing is done, that's it. They don't really care. But like I said, look, like me, I didn't get into boxing to be famous, or a lot of boxers are like that. But in this day and age, you can't really get away with it. Back in the day, you could. You know, you get the boxers who all they do is just box, and their talent speaks for itself. But this social media era, it ain't gonna fly. So we gotta have like great platforms like Boxer and stuff to try and put our personality out there, and we gotta go above and beyond with all the Instagram and stuff, and even if we don't want to. So yeah, man, it's a new age, man. It's a new time.
Absolutely. Well, you know, after giving that matchmaker, surely I'm taking Ben's job, man. I'm your promoter now.
Listen, you made some good matches there. Maybe we'll start you off as matchmaker. We won't give you promoter. We'll start you off as matchmaker. Then we'll see the success from that, and then maybe push you on. So yeah,
it sounds good to me. Dan, thank you for your time, mate. All the best for the future. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you. Cheers, man. Thank you. Cheers, bro.